Hello everyone, this is Razorflamekun, and in this episode of the Diablo 2 Lord Destruction Let's Play, we are going to be heading back into the Spider Forest, but before we begin, there are a few notes that I need to make.
Greetings.
One of which is, I have a new ring, which replenishes life plus 5. That's the new ring that I have. I also sold some stuff in between episodes, and one of those things I'm going to be selling is that. Now, let's see. 11, 16, and replenish life plus 3. Okay, that's going to be my another new belt that I'm going to be getting. I'm going to get most of my money back as well, which is awesome. None of those are better than what I currently have. Now let's go into the weapons and see what we have for weapons. Nothing good. And then we just need to sell those. And there we go. So we got a few new pieces of equipment. Need to head by the stash again. There we go. And now we're gonna head back into the Spider Forest. I'm not gonna be using the Way Shrine that I picked up in the previous, was 2 episodes ago, because I want to go back through the what of the Spider Forest that I have gone through already, to hopefully get some new loot. One thing I really should attack first are those guys that steal your stamina. Yeah, they steal your stamina, and that's why my stamina went down so quickly. One thing I want to do right now, though, is lower the sound, because the sound's actually really loud. There we go. But now that that's taken care of, we're gonna actually... Oh! Ooh! A rare heraldic... Oh, wow. And this is Paladin only. Cold, lightning, fire, 70% hit, has hit recovery, damage reduced by 1, smite damage 3 to 9, that's not really something that I look for. Chance to block 50, this one has 50 as well, and has much better defense. Okay, I'm going to keep the shield that I have on right now, and actually I might keep this charm, because it's only a large charm. I tend to not keep large charms, I tend to keep the small charms, but this one actually, the 2-3 fire damage and the defense increase is actually pretty substantial, so I might keep it. It all depends. I'm really not sure if I'm going to keep it yet or not, though. Anyways, we got the little guys with these ones don't have the giant butcher knives, but they have blowguns. So they're still really annoying. Yeah, I really they're the guys that I don't really like very much in this act, and we're gonna be seeing them quite a lot. If I remember correctly, we're gonna be seeing them quite a lot throughout this act. Oh, for God's sake! And I actually am just realizing that I'm having trouble hitting mobs in this area, the monsters in this area, so that's something that is definitely... Oh, minion extra fast means they move extra fast, yeah. I'm definitely gonna need to heal, so let's heal up, and then, because we can actually just pick up some stuff again. But I want to come back up here and pick up this, because if I remember correctly... Oh no, these are the big things. Okay, I didn't think they were the big things. I thought they were the small things, but they're the big things. So we're gonna have to go back to town. Unfortunately, I thought they were the things that you use for the throwing weapons. Anyways, there's another ring. Okay, that's a bad ring, so we're not gonna be keeping it. But we're gonna head back to town. Head over to Ormus.
Hello.
Need to buy 3 more of these. And let's see what my loot gives me. Okay, that 200, 970, 950. Now, if I do sell this, I want to make sure that, okay, I want to see how much it's going to cost to buy back. And actually, that's 49. 49, same as me. This says plus 5 to life. Okay, I'm going to keep the one that I currently have because it's better. Let's see. Okay, see, I sold that for 2130 something, and he wants almost 10 times that. See, that's why that's ridiculous. That's why they're ridiculous in terms of pricing on some items. But I'm going to keep this charm for now. It might eventually get sold, but for right now it's going to be kept. Because it's actually fairly decent. I'm going to pick that up because this actually might sell for decent amounts. I actually think potions do generally sell for a decent amount. And now we're back. We're back at Fetish Shaman. Need to take care of them first because they raise the dead. The dead fetishes, that is. They don't raise all the dead. And we already went down there, and that was the dungeon I thought was the actual dungeon that we needed to go through for the story, but it wasn't. It was actually just an optional dungeon, which I actually showed in a 4-minute 30-second video, which is going to be the shortest video of this entire series. I'm not good. I can tell you right now. Every video after that one is going to be much longer. In fact, most of these videos I'm going to try and make at least 20 minutes long. Because I was looking through the playlist, and I actually found that not very many of the videos that I've put out for this series in particular have been very long. They've been at most... Oh, got a bunch of fetishes to take care of. Oh, and I figured there would be a fetish shaman, which a fetish shaman, believe it or not, is just a fetish with another fetish on top of it wearing the shamanic gear. I'm not going to pick that up. But down here, I believe this is going to be the one that we are going to have to go through. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways. If it ends up being another optional dungeon, then so be it, but I don't think it is. There goes the... Ooh, choking gas. That's a new potion. And there are a lot of fetishes around here. Oh, and there's a minion. Lightning enchanted. Want to get rid of you as fast as possible. And yes, quest log. I knew it. A jade figurine.
Perhaps I could trade this for something more.
That is what you're supposed to look for. And that was actually, I can't remember what they're called, but it's definitely a monster that is... I actually think they are super unique, I think they're called. I think they're called super unique monsters, although I'm not 100% positive. I'll look at the quest log in a second. First, I just want to take care of the rest of this area first. In terms of monsters, because I'm actually almost up a level, and I want to get up a level. The other thing, up a level before I continue, and I really, really hate dealing with the guys, because they're really the fetishes, because they're really they like to run a lot. And no, give me my mini-map back. I do want to finish exploring this area and around here and see if there's a dungeon nearby, but it doesn't seem like there actually is going to be. So I'm just going to go ahead, finish up finish up going through this area, picking up any remaining stuff that is still around that is worth money. I believe we had yep, we did. We had the magic two-handed sword there, and now we're gonna read the quest log. Ask Cain about the jade figurine. So we are going to be heading back to town now, and this is Ethereal, which I'm not very happy about. But let's go back to town and talk to Deckard Cain.
Back in Lutko Lane, Meshif told me he had a fondness for jade figurines. On his trading voyages, he collected an odd assortment of such small statues. I would show him your figurine.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and show Meshif the figurine, and hopefully get something good for it. So let's go and do that.
Praise you. That jade figurine will complete the set I was collecting. Here, I've had this statuette of a golden bird for years, but I consider it a fair exchange.
And yay, now we have a golden bird. And guess who we have to show it to? None other than Deckard Cain. First, before I show him it, I'm going to go over to here and just sell the items that we got. And that's the reason why I picked up that particular... Ooh, 1,200. That's really nice. That's the reason why I picked up that particular... The scale mill didn't show up. Cracked scale mill didn't show up here. That's interesting. And actually, I don't think the... None of the items I sold to him showed up. Anyways, before I continue, I want to head down to Heratli, however you pronounce his name, repair my equipment, and see what he has for sale. I'm not expecting him to have anything better than the equipment that I currently have for sale. And I'm right. What about weapons? I don't think I'm gonna... I should try and find something better than this at some point in time, but it's gonna be difficult. It's probably gonna have to be a rare weapon in order for it to be better. But here's actually a sword that I really like. War swords. They have decent attack speed. They actually require more. They actually require a lot of... Oh, I'm only one away, so that's not going to be that big of an issue. What I do need to do is I'm just planning out my next level. I'm probably going to raise dexterity up. Strength is going to be raised up to probably 72. I'm probably just going to raise it 2 and raise this 2 and raise vitality 1. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to head back and we're going to talk to Deckard Cain.
I've read legends about a sage named Kuile who studied the mysteries of life beyond death. If I remember correctly, his ashes were ensconced within a golden statuette. It was a very strange tale.
And there we go. We got a little bit more about that. And now we're going to give the golden bird to Alkor. And this is something that you want to do.
The golden bird of Kuile? Thank you, my friend. Busy yourself while I experiment with the ashes within it. Then return and see what I've made for you.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to return to Alkor for a reward.
What can I do for you?
I think you have to leave town I'm pretty sure you have to leave town. And then, yeah, I think that's what you have to do in order to get the reward. I can't remember exactly because I haven't played this game in so long, but hopefully that'll allow us to get the reward.
From the ashes of Kuile, I have mixed for you a potion.
That's all he says. But you get this potion. It's called the Potion of Life, and it permanently adds 20 to your life. I'm not sure if this is used for anything, but I'm going to go ahead and use it, and that'll permanently add 20 to my life. Sorry if that is used in like a really powerful Horadric Cube recipe, but that's not something that I'm interested in. I've never really been interested in the Horadric Cube recipes very much. I mean, I do know that some of them are really good, but that's pretty much all I know. And actually, this is the highest. I think that's the highest level. Holy crap! These Tal runes have plus 75 poison damage over 5 seconds. Holy crap, that's a lot. But anyways, we need to talk to Dark Arcane.
Never forget that your ultimate purpose here in Kurast is to destroy Mephisto. The ancient Horadrim imprisoned the Lord of Hatred inside the Guardian Tower that is located within the temple city of Travancore. Know this, friend. The only way to gain entry to Mephisto's prison is to destroy the artifact known as the Compelling Orb. Mephisto used this device to control the Zakarum priests and their followers. The orb can only be destroyed with an ancient flail imbued with the spirit of the one incorruptible priest. Soon after his imprisonment, Mephisto worked his evil corruption on the Zakarum priesthood. All were turned to his dark ways, save one, Khalim, the K-Hagen of the High Council. Mephisto directed the other council priests to slay and dismember Khalim, and then scatter his remains across the kingdom. The priest Sankakur succeeded Khalim as K-Hagen, eventually becoming the embodiment of Mephisto here on the mortal plane. The corrupted High Council fashioned an orb to control the rest of the Zakarum faithful, and used their powers to hide the lair of their master from mortals. Your task is to collect the scattered relics of Khalim, his heart, his brain, and his eye. Then, using the Horadric Cube, transmute Khalim's flail with his relics. Once this is accomplished, you must destroy the Compelling Orb with Khalim's will to open the way into the corrupt sanctum of Mephisto.
Now this is going to be kind of like the Horadric Staff quest in the second act, in that you have to get all of the relics, and then as expected you have to transmute them all and then use the finished product against something to access the final dungeon of the act. So this is another one of such quests. Anyways, we finished the Golden Bird and we started Khalim's Will, which is the third quest in the act. As you can see, we've already finished all of the other quests. So before we leave, we want to head down and talk to Natalia, I believe, who has the second quest of this act, I think.
Greetings.
Nope, she doesn't. I thought she did, but it turns out I was wrong. Does Heralti have it? I know somebody has it. Yes, here we go.
As I told you before, I placed an enchantment upon the dark side in order to keep the demons at bay. But lately, the enchantment seems to be weakening. If memory serves me correctly, there is a holy Skatsimi blade that could revitalize the enchantment. The blade is called the Gidbin. Find it, and our sanctuary here will remain safe.
So that's going to be the second quest of this act, and we have to go to the Flare Jungle in order to find the Gidbin, and that is going to be our next quest. However, I think that's going to be it for this episode, because I think this episode has gone on long enough. So until next time, this has been Razorflamekun, and may all of your days shine brightly.